Okay, so the anniversary stream has concluded. And like always, with every live stream, with every anniversary stream, there are some people that liked it, some people that don't, right? So what we're gonna do in this video is we're gonna go over everything together because Wuthering Waves just dropped a summary of the entire live stream. We're gonna go over everything together and see all the good things, because there are a lot of good things, right? And we're gonna see all the parts that people didn't like, and I'm just gonna give you my personal opinion on every single thing going on. And in case you're wondering, this will not be scripted. This is completely freestyle. I want this to be genuine, right? So I don't know how this will do. I don't know if you like this or hate this. But if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification, and all that stuff, right? So let's get into it. Okay, so all of these are posters, which are honestly, these posters are super awesome. We have Zani. We're finally getting my darling Zani. We have Cachiona or Siakona. I don't really know. I can't pronounce the name. Okay, all right. So good. The first thing we're getting is the gifts of grand celebration. So that's 10 free pulls right off the bat, which is fucking awesome. We're gonna get this on the 23rd of May. So this is to celebrate the actual day the game launched. So a 10 pull to celebrate that. Okay, it's not too good. It's not too bad. So the next thing is the gifts of grand reunion. So this is the 7-day login thing, 3 pulls and 7 standard banner pulls, which is not bad, right? What we get every single time we log into the game. Awesome. Then the next thing is the gifts of melodic verses. So we're gonna get 300 astrites, right? And some other rewards. So these modifiers are not bad at all, right? So I think they explained it further down. But like, okay, so to put simply, right, modifiers are ways to change one main stats. So with a modifier, right, you can only change the first main stats of every echo, of every unleveled echo. Like, so if you have an echo and you've not leveled that echo up, you can change only the first main stats. Now, how important is that? How necessary is that? To be honest, my personal opinion, this is not particularly necessary. Like, it is not hard to farm for the main start of an echo. Like, farming for the main start of an echo, of an artifact, whatever you want to call it, is the easiest thing in the world. The thing that we as the player base would want changed is more likely the substats than the main stats, right? The substats are the things that we would want changed, not the main stats, right? But I would say that this is a good first step. Let's see how this goes, right? But I don't think that these modifiers are it, right? I can see cases where these modifiers would be important. Let's say you have enough of one particular echo, and you don't want to farm for more. You can use these modifiers to change the main stats of one. Okay, so yeah, I can see how this would reduce farming, but this will not solve the critical echo problem. I don't think this would solve the critical echo problem, but I still believe that this is okay, right? The modifiers are not bad, and this whole gift of melodic verses also is not bad. Then we have the QB Derby warm-up. So this is where we get the win. So this is another 10 pull. So let's go up, right? Okay, so these 10 pull, 15 pulls, right? 25 pulls so far. So far we have had 25 pulls throughout this entire thing, right? And we have not even gone anywhere. So I think that so far us having 23 pulls here is a good thing, right? This is really good. I like this. We're having the free wing, the nightmare box treasure chest monster. I've forgotten what it is. Let's see. Okay, yeah, the phantom chest mimic, right? And more stuff. So yeah, this is cool. This is cool. So these are the new outfits for Chang Li and Carlotta. Awesome. You know, we are all my gooners out there. We know Wuthering Waves don't disappoint when it comes to the goon material, right? So essentially everything here summarizes to we're giving a discount of 300 Lumnites when we want to buy the skin, right? So a discount for a skin is super awesome. I love that, right? So we're giving a discount of 300 Lumnites when we want to buy the skin, and we're giving some Astrite rewards. I don't think it would be more than 100, maybe 150 or something thereabout. But yeah, this is good. This is good, right? This is good. So if we claim this, we can have the 300 free discount Lumnites, which is not bad. Then we have the glided night mark. So this is 35 pulls. and 15 modifiers, plus all the stuff. So if you missed out on everything, right, this enables you to get in all the stuff you missed out on, which is super awesome, right? The gliding night mark, right? So far, we have 35 free pulls in Wuthering Waves' anniversary, right? Initial top-up bonus resets, you love to see it. We have the upgraded returning event. So I think this is for people who are returning, I think. Rovers who have not logged in for 60 consecutive days or more will have access to different 7-day login rewards and returning quests. Complete them to obtain up to 10 radiant tides and other rewards. So for rovers who have not returned in 60 days, that is 45 free pulls for you. And yeah, I think that's a good reward, right? For rovers who have not. So for us who have been playing, we still are with our 35 so far. But if you've not come in 6 days, that's 45 free pulls, which is cool. All right, so there's the upgraded Pioneer podcast. The item modifier will be added to the Pioneer podcast, which is awesome, right? So I think that they really want this modifier thing to work. I hope it works, right? Because I can see how this reduces farming, but this does not solve echo. Again, this does not solve the echo problem that we all have. But I can 100% see how this modifier reduces farming drastically, right? Participate in the anniversary web events Resounding Waves to review the milestone you've achieved in the world of Wuthering Waves over the past year. This is cool. I think Genshin also has something like this where you can see all the stuff you did. Birthday blessings. Okay, so this is actually one of the bigger things in this anniversary, right? I feel like this is one of the things that makes this a good anniversary rewards. So this, set your birth dates on the terminal page to unlock the birthday blessing feature. Log in on your birthday or within 7 days after your birthday, and you'll receive a unique birthday blessing gift. If your birthday has passed when you finish the birthday initial setting, you can still receive the birthday blessings and gifts for the current year via in-game mail. This is really good because this means that on your birthday, right, they'll give you a customizable skin for your rover, I think a crown, if I'm not mistaken, and they'll give you other rewards. And I think that this is a really good birthday thing, right? Because Genshin also has a birthday thing, but only thing is they give you a shitty cake and a shitty meal, right? But this personalizes the game for you on your birthday. And I think that this is a really, really, really good thing to have, right? This is super, super cool. I think this is one of the bigger things, like this is one of the things that make this an anniversary patch. Right, this is one of the things that made, like, everything so far is decent, but this is one of the stuff, right? Okay, so this is just a reminder. Everything here is just a reminder to claim all the stuff that you haven't claimed before they expire, which is cool. So if you've not do that now, there's still the more poster. Okay, so the companion quest, the Zani companion quest, Ablaze in the Dark. Awesome, right? Zani is so fine. Like, every time I see her. Every time I see her, bro, I gotta compliment. Zani is so fine. But yeah, the Zani companion quest is here. The Cachiona companion quest also here. Alrighty, right? This is also another. Like, I feel people are really skipping the fact that we're gonna have another end game. So now we have Tower of Adversity, Whimpering Waste, the weekly end game. And now this one, 4 end games in a year is madness, right? 4 end games in a year is insane. And I think that nobody's talking about this enough. Dreaming Deep, right? Which is super awesome. This is another really huge thing for me for this entire live stream. The tactical hologram challenges, super awesome. Fleur-de-Lis and Lorelei. I think Fleur-de-Lis is the only world boss we have for the tactical hologram, right? I mean, we don't have Jure, we don't have Scar, we don't have the giant turtle. I think Fleur-de-Lis is the only world boss we have for tactical hologram, and that's super cool. I can't wait to have the both of them kick my ass like 90 times before I beat them once. The Phantom Echoes, the skins for the new Phantom Echoes, super cool, super cool. Optimization. Okay, so this is the echo aspects. Change the appearance of Resonator's glide flight apparatus. So this is for the new flights, right? Okay, I didn't really expect a lot from a flight feature, but you know, it's not bad all the same. Data modification, use a modifier to adjust the first main stat of an unenhanced 5-star echo into a designated stat. So only the first main stats, right? Again, make very, very mixed feelings about this, but good start. Ray tracing, 120 FPS for PC users. If they want better graphics, mobile users should have a modicum of this, right? Mobile game players, right, who I believe makes out the most of any gacha game, should have a modicum of some graphics clarity, right? So this is something that you wouldn't wish you 100% do for also mobile games. No cooldown for boss fights. Super duper awesome. We don't need to cool down, we just go immediately. Super awesome. A glossary, which is super cool for us lore nerds, right? Underlined hyperlinks will be added to complicated or important in-game terminology. Clicking on a hyperlinked term will bring up its definition. Super cool. If we had this during the Black Show event, the Black Show would have been super easier. I didn't know a lot of terms during the Black Show arc, right? So this is good going forward. Game resources download. Again, something else that mobile players desperately need. Mobile players desperately need this, right? We have four big gacha games: Genshin, Honkai, ZZZ, Wuwa. No one phone can have all 4 games in it. A way to make resources, optimized for mobile players also would be awesome. All right, so new resonators, Zani and Kachiona. Yeah, Kachona. So upcoming thing between light and shadow, cool, and through verses and rhythm, phase 2. Okay, so the weapons are always awesome. Wuthering Waves, dual cool weapon. All right, so now now the point of most contempt. This is what tripped everybody off, me included. I was extremely disappointed, right, at this. So before we have whatever comments, right, let's read through the description. In Anniversary Resonator Convene, you can select a 5-star resonator as your convene target. In Anniversary Weapon Convene, you can select a 5-star weapon as your convene target. You can change the target's resonator or weapon at any time. The rules for Anniversary Resonator Convene or Anniversary Weapon Convene are the same for Featured Resonator Convene or Featured Weapon Convene respectively, and the 5-star guarantee count is shared among the convenes of the same type. Please refer to the upcoming official announcements for details about the convene rules. During Anniversary Resonator Convene, the selectable 5-star Resonators wave bands will become available in the Afterglow Coral Stone, each with a limit of 2 purchases, and they will be removed once the convene ends. So essentially, what everything says, right, is in each phase, you can have Zani and one of these characters, right? You can have Zani and one of these characters, and you can have Kachiona and one of these characters and their weapons, right? So this is no different from a regular convene. They're just giving you that, okay, but with this one, you can select whatever character you want. There is no discounts, nothing is added, nothing is subtracted. Like, this is no different from a regular convene, which is extremely disappointing. Very, very, very disappointing. Like, extremely disappointing. Because you would expect more from a game that gave us a free 5-star selector at its launch and a free Chang Liao. You'd expect more on their anniversary. Like, you'd expect a whole lot more on their anniversary. And this is almost laughably disappointing. Like, this is super disappointing because it's like, man, like, I mean, even with all my posts of free Zani and everything, I didn't expect them to give us like a free Zani or a free Kachiona, but in the very least, right, I expected like a free standard 5-star. That's what I expected. Like, give us a free standard 5-star. But no free 5-star is extremely disappointing. Really, it is super duper disappointing. I'm not even going to lie. Okay, so these are all the special events so far. I'm not really hyped for this cube thing, to be honest. I mean, people will like it. I'm not part of the people, but you can have that. Okay, so this is the next 10 pool. Okay, so this is 55 free pools, right, for players who have been playing all the while. And if you're returning after 60 days, this is 65 free pools, right? So essentially, this is enough pools for a single 5-star. right? Because a single 5-star is usually around that 65 mark, right? If you're unlucky, you can go towards 70, but it's around that 65 mark. So even though we do not have a free 5-star, I do believe that we are giving enough pulls to pull for a 5-star, right? Now, I think, okay, so let me just go down more. Okay, so there's title photography, which is cool. This is the merch info, awesome. Okay, so that's all. So what do I think about the entire anniversary rewards? I think that if I were to give this anniversary this version a score, the live stream a score, with regards to how I feel about it, it will be a 7.5. Because for a game, as I mentioned earlier, for a game that gave us a 5-star selector during its launch and a free 5-star, a free limited 5-star, you would, like, they really set the standard. I'm not sure if the Chang Liao was them shooting themselves in the foot, but they really set the standard of what we should expect for big updates, right? What we should expect for big updates. And as I also said, right, why I'm giving this a 7.5, which I believe is a very generous mark, is even though we do not get a free 5-star, we do get enough free pulls to get a free 5-star, or in the very least to almost get a free 5-star, which is not bad, right? But I really expected more. I really expected more from the anniversary, right? I really expected more from the anniversary. Okay, but is it bad? Would I say the anniversary is bad? No, I would not say that this anniversary is terrible. Because when you go into this, you realize that we get a whole lot more than people think. But I did expect more. I did expect so much more. But I feel the best question to ask you guys is, what rating would you give this anniversary, right? For me, it's a 7.5. It's very generous, right? It's a very generous rating, right? If they had given us one free 5-star with everything that they've given us here, right? If they're giving us like a 5-star selector, it would have been a solid 8.5 going 9. Because I feel that this anniversary so far is not bad, right? Contrary to what people believe, I believe this anniversary is not bad, right? But how about you guys? What rating would you give this? Share your thoughts and more in the comment section below. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one.